Hey, this is Andrew, the MTG Booster Buster, and that's right, we're doing commentary now. Today we're opening Modern Horizons, so I hope you stick around, watch the video. Hope my voice doesn't freak you out. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm kind of well. The voiceover that is. You've seen. I hope you've seen the other videos, and obviously we did those videos with no commentary, but we've had a lot of people saying that, hey, we want to hear something going on apart from the packs being open, and that's when we decided that we're going to do commentary moving forward for our videos. And when we did this before, one of my friends from the US said that, hey, you might want to do some commentaries describing what's going on there in the Philippines. And for those of you who do not know yet, we're from the Philippines. I'm from the Philippines, and just an average player here. And one of my friends from there went here on a temporary working arrangement with his company, and he said that, I want to know a little bit about Magic there. So he tried to look for magic shops by himself, and it was a little hard for him. So he said, maybe if you share a little bit about what's going on there in the Philippines, maybe other people who would visit your country would find playing Magic easier, and that's why, I think that's one of the few topics we'd like to touch on in this video. So. Here's some snow-covered islands on thin ice. Well, we're not yet getting the good rares. Oh, that's foil. I'm sorry about that. On thin ice are foil rare, and we have Unsettled Mariner and some more comments right there. So this guy, his name is Brian. He was here for about a couple of weeks. I met him in the Ravnica Legends pre-release, and he was a very nice guy, and I think he played 4 pre-release tournaments that day. Ooh, Sword of Truth and Justice, that's a good pull right there, first mythic. And he pretty much went around the metro by himself, and that may be, he's a very adventurous guy, but I would guess that not a lot of visitors here in the Philippines would be just like him. So I hope this video, at least this channel would kind of help everyone who would want to visit and have play their favorite game here in the Philippines, make their lives a little easier. For his hermit right there. So I'm just so you would know who I am. I'm just an average player who loves to open boosters, and lately I've been doing a lot of these, and I thought that, hey, why not? But of course, why not create videos out of it and share it with everyone? Not all booster boxes that I open are mine. We have friends who, they ask me to open the booster boxes for them. You would notice that we are a little bit luckier when we open these booster boxes, and I guess I have some sort of luck there. Vector oof. I've been playing Magic since '94 and played in tournaments since '98. I'm not a particularly lucky person in terms of playing in tournaments. In fact, the only tournaments I played are sealed tournaments. I don't play constructed like standard, modern, EDH, commander. I don't play that as much. So in fact, I don't even own my own deck. To be honest, I haven't really thought about that to make one. So anyway, if you want to know, this foil Mother Bear, they're the winner. If you want to know a little bit about the Magic scene in the Philippines, where you can go, particularly here in Metro Manila, let me know. Maybe you can drop me a note. Maybe I could help you out. If you're visiting the Philippines, maybe I could give you some tips, some advice on where you can go. To say. And yeah, as you can tell, I'm not yet that verse in providing commentary here, because foil snow covered swamp, Meridian Besiege. I'm still surprised how expensive these foil snow covered lands are. I thought they were rarer than they were more common than I initially thought, because I think all the box openings we had in this channel had one or two of them. So it's quite surprising that we've always pulled one. Apparently, it's not as common as I initially thought. The Bears, Mount Bears rather. Here we go. Anyway, as I was saying, again, just an average player, enjoy doing sealed box openings, sealed packs. Um, More on the nice Force of Negation right there. This thing's been climbing in a very uh, uh, constant manner, if you could say. We've Now it's I think $38. So I did mention, I just mentioned the price there. So a lot of us here in the Philippines, the more common way of pricing cards is we use TCG Player median prices. So if you do plan on buying and selling cards here, that would be your basis. So Nether Spirit, Factor of Fiction. So when it first came out in Invasion, I think that was a very hot card, and it's kind of surprising that now it's just worth what, 20 cents, 50 cents. I'm not really sure, but for a very powerful card, it's now a lot weaker, right? So Snow Covered Plains, Hex Drinker, second mythic. Um, so there. Sorry about the piles. Let me fix that right there. Uh, the card stock here in Modern Horizons is, I thought they would be doing this the same moving forward. I was surprised that the card stock for Core Set 2020 is not as good as this one. So this one's kind of glossy and just a little slippery. The card stock for Core Set 2020 is kind of rough, and I noticed that the cards that we had, they kind of curled quite fast, especially the foils. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but the foils in Core Set 2020 Archmage's Charm would appear much more often than it did in previous packs. For example, for here it's 1 in every 67. If you check a Core Set 2020 pack, you would see it says there 1 in every 45. Just so you know, don't be surprised why a lot of people are pulling more foils than usual. Even myself, I got quite a bit of foils there. Found an Ichor foil, Cabal Therapist. Well, we haven't gotten any Horizon lands yet. Hope we get some in this box. Yeah. And foil Throats of Chaos, Hall of Heedless Generosity, and some more other stuff there. We haven't gotten anything yet, apart from the Pact of Negation and these two mythics. We get something good. And as I was saying, here's your Sun Big Canyon first, Horizon Land. Oops, wrong pile. Sorry about that. So, back then, back in the before I quit Magic, back in 2011, there used to be a lot of pre-releases, and I would go there. In fact, the reason why I met Brian was because of pre-release. First Liver. I think I pulled the first liver in every box opening we did. So I don't know why why that is so attracted to these box openings and doing. But anyway, I was a fan of pre-releases back then. Pre-releases here in the Philippines were one big event in one venue. We had about 400 players doing the pre-release. There would be 2 pods, 4 rounds each. It's a little different now. Did I mess up the pods again? No, I didn't. I think I did. I'm sorry about that. Wow. It is tougher, to be honest, to do openings while talking at the same time. Maybe we'll improve as we do these videos along. So I hope you guys support us. We've been very happy with the subscriber count. It's not as much as we would want to, but seeing people viewing and leaving comments, saying encouraging words, giving suggestions on how we could improve the channel, we really appreciate those. Okay, so Wow, this box is a little not so great compared to the other box openings we did. Plague Engineer. This is one of those cards that have gone up in value the past few weeks, so it's a good one. I guess I can't complain. I have three good mythics, and I got the Force of Negation and one uh, one of these lands. So foil Prohibit and Mist Syndicate. Naga. Never thought that card would go up, and I was right. Still not that high. I'm doing this video just about a couple of days since we did the Ether Vault opening where we pulled the what was that, the Paradox Engine masterpiece. So oh god, Prismatic Vista right there. Wow, it's starting to, this box is starting to rebound. I was surprised about that too. I know that a few hours before we opened the box, that was banned in Commander, and I was thinking maybe I'd pull one, and I was right. I pulled one, but I was expecting the regular one. I didn't expect the invention one. So before the banning, that thing was $250 in TCG Player. Now I think it's at 150. So I don't know how that price will change in the future, but I'm going to hold on to that card and see where it goes in the next few months, maybe even years. Genesis. And the reason why I'm saying that is, oh, by the way, forgot, I've got Echo of Deons. The reason I'm saying that is, back in the Ursa Saga cycle, there was they banned a lot of cards like Tolarian Academy, Gaia's Cradle. I don't think they banned Gaia's Cradle, but Tolarian Academy they did, and they made this redemption program for people who got affected by the banning. And if you send wizards over that banned card, they would send over a pack to replace the card that from the set where the banned card came from. And I sent them my Tolarian Academy. I'll give her runes. This one has also spiked up in value since release. Needless to say, I regretted that decision when I was excited back then because I'm gonna get a free pack. But when when I looked at the price of Tolarian Academy after 10 years, I was surprised that it had gone by that much versus just getting a pack. I think I got a back to basics from that pack, but it's no Tolarian Academy. So I don't know what Wizards will be doing to compensate for those cards that have been banned. Sorry, I had some of the sniffles. So card Plains, Orlog, Grove right there. So I would think they would do something, but back then there were not really a lot of formats easier to play with. So it's just standard, and they call it Type 2, which is standard, and Type 1, which is anything that's not standard. Force of Despair. So I don't know how they plan to make this right with a lot of players who invested in Paradox Engine. It was Ether Revolt's most expensive card. It still is as of this video. So I don't know if that will change. Ooh, that's the second foil snow covered land. That's surprising. I was just saying, I thought it was not that common, but apparently it's more common in the boxes I'm opening. That's the second one. That is really, really weird. Or lucky, I don't know how you'd like to put it. And there's a Renin 6 right there. Wow, this box has suddenly become really, really, really amazing. Okay, I think we've made back the money we've paid for the box right there. Wow, awesome box. And on thin ice again. I was hoping we could have gotten the Mother of Runes. Anyway, well, this is almost the end of the video. I hope that my commentary did not put any of you off. I hope we could do more of these things in the future. These comments. If you don't want me to speak again, just let me know. Maybe you will go back to your old format. And that's just about me smiling for getting some good pulls in this box. So thank you for watching. I hope I could talk to you again soon, have more comments on how we do things here in the Philippines, and my thoughts on Magic in general. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon.